13 WMAZ weather, sponsored by Osborne Chevrolet, Byron.
6:08 this morning. I love seeing all the green ahead of St. Patrick's Day. The green that I don't like seeing is the pollen. It's coated all on my car, and I'm sneezing all over the place. It's crazy.
I don't like seeing it on the radar, and I think that's what we got coming for the weekend, unfortunately. But to Caitlin's point earlier, it's going to wash away the pollen for the time being. But yeah, I mean, man, I tell you what, I saw a picture from this time last year, and we have not seen the bulk of it yet. No secret about it. It's coming here in the next few weeks. A live look over downtown, a temperature of 44 right now. As we get later into the afternoon, we're going to get back into the 70s, 73 or so by the 3 p.m. hour before we're up to 76 for a high temperature later this afternoon. It's 44 in Forsyth, 49 out the door in Roberta and in Warner Robins, 45 in Monticello, 46 in Eatonton, 42 in Wrightsville, and 41 to start your morning in Lawrence County. Across the southeast, we're relatively quiet in Georgia. Some more clouds back out towards Mississippi and Louisiana. That's kind of indicative of the atmosphere that's going to be moving towards central Georgia here in the next couple of hours as high pressure continues to slide away, and we're going to get a flow in off the Gulf of Mexico. So we're going to be looking at the upper 60s here by the noon hour and then get into the mid 70s later this afternoon. I'm actually expecting to get a couple degrees warmer than what you see here on Future View, up to about 76 or so. And then because we get that flow in off the Gulf of Mexico, really beginning tomorrow, we're going to be able to warm up even more. How about 80 degrees by 5 p.m. tomorrow? And then through the overnight hours into Friday, we only get down into the mid 50s across central Georgia. But that is ahead of a line of heavier showers, maybe even a few storms crossing Interstate 85 by the time we get to 7 a.m. That moves into central Georgia here during the later morning hours. This is the noon hour here. It's also the start of the Cherry Blossom Festival in Macon. Could be a bumpy start there. Once we get the leading edge of the storms through here, I don't think it's going to be too organized, but we're going to be looking at scattered showers remaining for the rest of the afternoon, for really, honestly, through the rest of the daylight hours for Friday before we could potentially catch a break here on Saturday. The European model, that's what you see in the blue here. That's still trying to produce a few showers on Saturday. The GFS not so much, but then we get a secondary system in here for St. Patrick's Day. Thinking the better chance of rain on St. Patrick's Day and Sunday, it's going to be in the back half of the day, so after 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So Sunday morning plans, I think, are still okay here across central Georgia. We'll clear out after that and start the next working school week dry across central Georgia, and we're also going to be starting spring next week, 6 days away. But just a reminder, don't go planting anything just yet. It is still possible to get a freeze here in central Georgia. I generally say the first to second week of April is the safe time to do so here in the Peach State. All right, 81 for Thursday, 80 on Friday. And temperatures back down into the 70s for the weekend, 74 on Sunday. That's going to be part of a larger cool down that happens as we get into next week. And we do have rain on the way. I think it's safe to say we don't exactly need it. So far for the month of March, we picked up 4.8 inches. That is more than 3 inches above normal for this given date in the month of March. Out the door today, average high is 70, get to about 76 later this afternoon. So a warm one here for the final days of astronomical winter with Cherry Blossom Festival. There it is on Friday, a 60% chance of rain, a 20% chance for Saturday. That's back to 70% with maybe even a few storms there on Sunday. But look into next week, 66 on Monday, 61 on Tuesday. That's the first day of spring, beginning it on a cooler note.